Can everybody see my screen?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So I wasn't sure when I had to prepare this talk for, so I didn't really prepare anything for today. And we've been discussing a few topics with Ran, and the last one was the how can we implement on Android and reduce the time it takes to compile the project and develop different modules separately without having to pull everything and use everything. So I don't know how applicable this is for our project, but like I had a much smaller project and we managed to do that. It was an app for a show, a TV show, and it had different components. It had one navigation and different components. And what we did was create some make scripts and which were configuring the project for only one module, and this reduced the compilation time a lot, and it was helpful.
Can you explain what you did exactly? Because
Yeah, it's
I don't understand how did you decrease the compilation time.
so you have some navigation, yeah, and it is for all the modules. And if it has only one module, it needs to compile only one module. If it needs to compile 10 modules, this is taking longer. So we had some make scripts that were disabling all the modules, and you were able to create only an environment with only this module. So you're creating this, then you work on the module, and when you're ready, you run another make script that bundles the module together with the other module. You run an integration test, and if everything's fine, release. Yeah, and
You have an example of what are the scripts, what the scripts are doing?
So
To
it's
understand it? Because it could
no.
be interesting. For example, we have in our project mostly the work is done on the modular app, and we have. Well, Atlas, can you go somewhere without noise because it's very difficult.
Okay, I will.
Just text. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Yeah, that was probably better. But yeah.
Sorry, guys. There's no cyber everywhere. No. Right. I got my screen unplugged. So can we? Okay, something's going on with the app.
So I'm interested in seeing some kind of the script, or if you can elaborate about the script, because we are having usually the day-by-day work mostly is done on the either on the Android SDK or in the on the modular app, and we have many more modules, and the compilation time takes a lot of time. So I'm interested in if you can show us an example or something.
I can show you my script that I created this Saturday. It's helping a little, but it's not a, I'm not using it to compile different modules. It's still compiling everything. So I'm gonna. Can you still see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So make. So this is the script that I'm using for Android. Um, when I joined first thing, we had a problem on ProZiban with the min SDK,
We don't
minimum
see it.
SDK.
We don't see the file. No.
Don't you see the make file?
No.
Which screen? Do you see it now?
Now we see. Yeah.
Okay, so it's the laptop screen then. Cool. So uh, when um, when I joined, we had an issue like the script, the prepare workspace script was using a minimum SDK which wasn't correct, and I did some modification and run merged it, and since then we don't need to change the SDK manually. This manual change, like opening the project, it will take some time for it to compile to fail, and then you're going back changing it manually, and there are a few different things that must be done. So I think that this script is helping me do these things and like do them quicker. And are you still here, guys?
Yeah. Yeah, but this is the screen that
Okay.
this is the script that you share with us on the
Yeah,
Slack
yeah,
channel. But this
yeah.
is
That's
only building the project. I'm interested in what increase the speed of your build of the compilation. That's
yeah. I
the
don't have it now, really. I didn't know we had the meeting today, so I didn't manage to prepare anything, guys.
okay. So
Sorry about
from
that.
so we'll do it on next week. So
Okay,
let's do
next week
a
on Tuesday.
yeah. So let's do a quick thing with whomever is here, which is Elad and Pablo and you, and try to understand what you're working now and what changes were done in the recent week. So you can start because you're
Okay,
already.
so in the recent week, I spent 50% of my time setting up my environment and dealing with like trying to set up the project, and um, it was quite frustrating. But for the rest of the time, I managed to fix two bugs on Chromecast for Android, and I also found where in the code we got the home life screen setup so we can report it to analytics. So this is pretty much what I did in the last week. I
What is
run
the
IL.
status? What is the status of the Chromecast? Is it merged, like we can use it in all our apps now?
No, it's very far from being merged. It's not done.
Okay, okay,
I
okay.
Yeah, so I was gonna mention about the do you remember Ron when I complained that the build Gradle file was missing from the project when I created it? I think that it's related to some path because if I have a Zapp Android project and I have, for example, another folder like work, and then I try to set up the Zapp Android project within work, and I run prepare workspace, then the top level project will be overwritten, and the one that is in work folder will be we won't have the build Gradle file. So
Again,
I
what is
think
the scenario? What is the scenario?
so. I have So I have
You can
Zapp.
show us the screen that you're doing. Yeah.
I have Zapp Android here, and I'm fine. The project is set up properly, and I want to test something. Can I create work? And I have this folder structure. I go to Zapp Android and I run rake prepare workspace, and then this project doesn't have the build Gradle file, and this project is messed up.
I don't
So
understand
this
where
is
this project is. It depends on where your home, in your .env folder, you have a home override. We are trying to override the home environment variable, and what you need to do is override the home environment variable, then it will lead you exactly what you need. The problem of you is that you are overriding the home. If you will open, I will share my screen. 1 second. This is something that I don't have a solution now because what I will show.
Do I need to?
I will take care of this. Okay, so can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I go to Zapp Android, I have a .env file. It's in the documentation, so you should be aware. But this is where Zapp is all the scripts are playing. So according to this is the thing that will change. So if you will not define here what you want that will be work / Zapp Android, it will go to your home directory. Moreover, as the home as this as this cannot be overridden, you need to change inside. It's all in the documentation. I think that everyone know about it. You need to go to the app build helper and either change the project dir to the directory that you want, or either change this to be originally this is like this. Okay, it goes to the home. So either you paste here for the moment the project directory, or you can change the .env file and change it here to home, and everything should work. So it's about the configuration of the home directory, because this is the place that the project is installed when running the builds on Circle CI is under the home. So this is
Okay.
why.
So I'm not setting up.
Sorry.
I'm not setting up this variable, and nobody told me that this variable should be set
So I
up
will
in the environment file.
go to the documentation of Zapp Android.
Okay.
Custom Zapp Android. If you go down to the README file, it explains you exactly what you need to do here, okay? So as you can see, it explains you
Yeah,
the
I
thing.
did that, but where does it say that I need to add the home directory in the environment file?
What?
Where does it say that I need to add the home variable in the?
Make sure home property in
Okay.
.env is set to the parent folder of the clone repository. I think it's quite clear.
Okay.
So
Okay. So it's my mistake then.
I assume this was your problem.
Yeah,
Um,
this was.
Anything else that you've been working on apart of Chromecast?
Not really. Today I started working on the uh, tab bar navigation for the new project. I found a very nice library for tab bars that are done according to material design. So if it looks really nice, I'll try to use it for the new root controller.
Nice. Good. So you are building now a new root controller, right? For
Yes,
the
yeah.
Cool. So you're aware of the API and everything that needs to be done, and if not, you can either talk to Sergey or Simon. Which
Yeah,
Simon is the one that created the API, so he should know the most, but Sergey is aware of things. So
yeah,
the best to explain you what's if you have any.
yeah. I think I'll chase Simon at some point. It just I started today in the morning, so it's very new. I'm still researching and checking the code.
Good. Thank you. Elad?
Well, thank you guys.
Yeah. Elad, you wanna share with us?
Yes, no problem, but it's already with me, so maybe you could start.
I don't
Okay.
have a lot to update. Um, I didn't do something special from the last weekly that we had, but I'm going to
You were
work on.
talking you were talking about something that is related to adding a header to
Title,
the
to update the title in the header.
no, I'm talking about HTTP header. Adding
Ah,
HTTP header for
no,
Reshet.
no, no, no. I left it. I left it. I found something in the.
Good.
I found something else.
Good.
It's okay now.
Cool.
There is a difference between the web view when it opens in the app, inside the app, or outside the app.
Yeah.
I found a difference, and on the what is מה קוראים לזה? ברח לי השם מהראש. user agent. I found the difference in the user agent, and now it's okay.
Cool. What else?
I'm going to work on play all feature. So I'm going to
That's good.
restore the
It
player.
will be the default, or it will be. You mean that it will play one after another, right? This is the
Yeah, it will support. You don't need to do any changes from your side. Okay, it will support also the play one item or to play a list array of playable items, and I'm going to make it now, so to implement it now. So we will see. Next week, I hope I can update you more about it. Okay, that's all.
cool. Elad.
The last days I work on two features. The main feature, one is screen view. Screen view is its ability to the event that happening, analytics event that happening during the application lifetime, know each screen where the event happened. I think I speak with it a few weeks ago. So Anton has helped me a bit, and now it's ready for pull request. The second feature that I worked is configuration plugin update. Since we like to move all the analytics providers to be plugins, analytics plugins, we want to keep the ability to change the configuration remotely. I mean by that, if there is a Google ID for the specific application, we want to change the ID or something like that, we want to keep the ability to do it remotely. So basically, I create, so when the application is start, I'm sending HTTP request, loading the JSON, the plugin configuration JSON and put it on the share preferences and using it. That's it.
Cool. Pablo?
Can you hear me, guys?
No,
No?
no, we cannot. But yeah, try without the speaker, without the earphones. Maybe better.
Hello?
No, can someone hear Pablo?
No.
No. So Pablo, let's do something. 1 second.
I have restart my PC now.
Yeah, 1 second. Can you hear me? Hello, hello.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, we can hear.
Pablo, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll speak. Well, this week I finished the implementation that me and Drew were working since kind of a month ago on the store, on the baby branch, in the baby TV branch. We finished the store thing, but then we need to test it in real life, like in alpha versions on the
You mean
store.
storefront?
On the store
The
front.
purchases, okay.
The purchase stuff. And then I've been also working on the sappification of like 3 apps for customers in South America mainly, modifying the layouts and stuff. And then I wanted to bring something up because I've noticed that there's a lot of parameters on the genetic SDK that we actually do not override from Zapp. So I was talking to Drew, and he told me to ask you guys if I start to removing most of the parameters that we don't use. If it I don't know if it's okay with you, it doesn't break anything back, or I don't know.
If you
Do
remove
what?
There's
which
a
parameters,
I don't have it right now on top of my head, but there's a bunch of styles. I said parameters, but they styles. It's too many styles that we don't use in the generic SDK. Like
If we don't use it, it will be better if you will remove it.
yeah,
So,
it's
just
better.
do a pull request
Okay,
and try to tag the people and see not only Dror or me, also Kariti and
okay,
who else, Merav, from different teams, and they will see and they will,
great.
wait for one from each territory to approve it,
Okay,
and then
okay.
yeah, as much as
Cause,
you will remove
yeah,
is better.
because I think that thing would make the code base cleaner at least. No, it's not a big thing, but at least cleaner.
Yeah.
Um,
okay.
that's pretty much it for me.
Pablo,
Mm-hmm.
one thing, you are now finished to work on the merge storefront branch, something like that, yeah?
Yes, yes. Mm-hmm.
So maybe we can merge dev to this branch before we are making the tests, no?
Okay, great. That
I
would
think
be
it will
great.
be better.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, then in the future when you will merge it back to the dev branch, it will be much easier
I
for
know.
us.
Yeah, way easier. Huh?
Yeah, okay, cool.
Cool.
Cool. Okay, I want to share with you a change that I've done in Zapp that I think it's important for you to see. So you can still see my screen.
Yes.
Okay. So you can see the browser Zapp. Hello, people.
Yes.
Yes, we
Yes,
read
we
you.
can.
אלעד, אתם רואים?
Sure.
Cool. So what I did basically is I changed a little bit the way the structure to work with the plugins because we encountered problems with versioning of plugins. So I added the possibility to manage versions. So and how it works. So now in the plugin screen, it's divided into the categories of the plugins. And this is mainly let's say the main categories when you create a new plugin that you can choose from. And for each plugin, it has its versions. So, and the version is the version depends on the manifest version that you put. So, I know there is one with two, blah blah blah. Let me look for it. I don't remember whether there is one that has more than one version. But basically, now what you need to do when you are creating a new plugin or a new version or a new version using the Zappifest tool, you need to make sure, okay, that when you are, 1 second, I will show you. So first you need to update the Zappifest. So you should do brew update and brew upgrade Zappifest. After you did this, uh, when you initialize the plugin, so whatever name, mail, doesn't matter. The version is important because the version of the manifest is it's the one that defined the version in Zapp. So I don't think that I have one with multiple. Oh, okay. So for example, you can see here that there are two versions, and the thing that put all the plugins together is the identifier, and I will show. So it doesn't matter. And then the name, try to give it a name that is readable. So, and I don't know, whatever, Neon Kit, I don't know. A description is also important. And this is very important because this is what puts all the plugin in one place. So, for example, if I want another plugin for this colorize, I need to make sure that the identifier, which here doesn't exist, of course, because it's an old version of plugin. But if I will look, I don't know, maybe YouTube. Yeah. So the identifier, this is not a good identifier. Try to give it like something that will be a name rather than an ID. So I don't know, whatever. So let's say AP, pluggable YouTube player, whatever. Okay, something like that. And make sure that you're using the same plugin. Yeah, so if you use this plugin, this identifier, the new version will appear uh, under the same one. So usually, when you are creating a new version, most of the times you're updating an existing manifest, so it will be easier. So just make sure that you're using the same identifier and upgrading the version number, the manifest version number. That's one. So this is for us developers, how we create new plugins. This kind of make the updating an existing plugin redundant. Because unless you have a bug in the JSON file or I don't know why, there is no really need to update an existing one. You have this Zappifest publish, I think. Yeah, and then you can uh, as you know, you can put plugin ID and update an existing plugin. It makes it redundant. There is no need. Just create a new version. This is on this side. After you created the plugin, uh, let's say let's go to one of ProSieben or something because they have plugin defined. Once you did that, you no longer need to go to the general section in order to add the plugin. Okay, as you can see, it's not there. So in order to add a new plugin, you just need to go to a plugin configuration screen, which makes much more sense. And here you can look for your plugins from a list according to the platform. So Android will only show Android, iOS will only show iOS. One thing that is important, that this is not versionized or whatever. It just allows you to choose the relevant plugin after and it by default adds the latest. If you have more than one option, as you can see here, it will allow you, if you want, I don't know why, but if you want, it will allow you to choose a different version for the plugin. Okay? That's all. Questions? After you're adding the plugin, of course, you need to press the save button and it will appear here. Any questions for someone?
Yes, can we add it? If you press on the configuration, can we add it?
Again?
Can we edit the plugin configuration?
What do you mean? Yeah, if you have a plugin, it's the same.
Cool. Sababa.
The
Cool.
same thing. I didn't change. The only addition is that instead of adding it in the general, first I added versionings, okay, which is important, and second, in the like for the user, I just moved it from the general plugin, general version editing to here, and here that's it. So the configuration is the same. You can it's the same. It works the same.
Is this run the Android name placed automatically, or is just?
This is for old because we did not have any identifier of Android of which platform it was adding automatically. If you create now a new plugin, it will not add the Android because it's redundant. This is backward compatibility. If I will add now, as you can see, because here in the when you initialize Zappifest, it asks you for the platform. Blah blah blah. Doesn't matter. Identifier. Layer, and it asks you for the platform. So when you create this, it will here, and you can filter. But this is like nice to have features. It's not. It's like this will become like a sort of a marketplace, and then you can see the versions that you created. And what I showed you before is how you add it to the version. So if anyone has a question, and we will post some an update on Zapp or an email that will show all this. But if someone next to you that is not in this meeting and doesn't know, it doesn't matter if it's iOS or Android. If they ask you where the plugin disappeared, so and it will happen before we will publish the explanation, so you know what to answer them. So that's on my side, basically. That's all I think, unless anyone has anything new to say.
Actually, regarding the home variable, I was thinking about this, and you're always running create prepare workspace from the same folder, and if you get pwd, you'll get the current folder, and the home folder is just one folder up in the hierarchy.
Yeah, but
So
but the problem is that anyway, let's talk about it after. It's not
okay, cool.
Good. Thank you all. So I will publish it, and I will share also with the iOS because there is kind of an explanation also about the plugins. But I will publish it, and it will be on YouTube if anyone wants to go back to it. So thank you, everyone. And, we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you. Bye.